What is up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek, and today I got something for you. I am talking about Smile 2, directed by Parker Finn. Now, this was released October 18th of 2024, and it is now on Paramount Plus to stream, which is where I watched it. So before I get into the review, I just want to say this. I don't remember a whole lot from the first Smile. I remember liking it, and then I remember the idea of a sequel. I was like, really? Just trying to cash in on this, huh? Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry does that with their horror movies. So I did not have the bar set very high for this one. But before I go any further, I am talking spoilers. So let's hit them with a super quick plot synopsis. A pop star is cursed and begins seeing things. Now, who is in Smile 2? We have Naomi Scott as Sky Riley, the pop star, Rosemary DeWitt as Elizabeth Riley, her mother, and then Dylan, oh god, I'm going to mispronounce this one, I'm sorry, Galula as Gemma. Hopefully I pronounced that right. It took me forever to figure out where I remembered her from, and it was the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. So, you never know. All right, what's good about Smile 2? Okay, so right out of the gate, because I couldn't remember a whole lot of anything from Smile 1, I assumed this was picking up right where the first left off, because it's 6 days later. And we are with Joel, or Kyle Gallner, the ex-boyfriend from the original Smile. This intro grabbed you right by the balls. And it starts it off on a good note. I will definitely say that much without going super duper in depth on it. I know I said I was going to talk spoilers. I'll still try to keep it mild. One thing I loved as a GameCube lover, which, yeah, it's right underneath my Fiend mask behind me. There is a GameCube underneath the TV when it's showing Drew Barrymore's show and zooming in on it, because Sky is doing an interview with Drew Barrymore. So I was like, GameCube, yeah. So if you can't tell, they're winning me over pretty good. Now, just from the trailers, I knew that Lewis was going to bash himself in the face with it was a 35-pound weight. Come on, man, step it up, make it a 45. But, so I didn't really have a lot of, I was like, okay, this isn't going to be that great. That death was actually very, 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 very effective. Especially just and just chunks of his face falling off, because he is just ramming the 35 in his face. So that it's up and up. It keeps going up and up and up. Now the big thing that definitely needs to be talked about is Naomi Scott. Man, just when I thought that Drew Barrymore had Performance of the Year in The Substance, which I've done a review on that. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. I thought Drew Barrymore was going to have the best performance this year. Naomi Scott said, "Hold my fucking beer." Or actually, no, correct me. "Hold my Voss water." We'll talk about that here in a little bit. God, she was just absolutely amazing in this movie. And she does just such a great job of going, the character has so many different layers to her trauma. She was an addict. Her boyfriend died. And then you eventually find out why. And then that kind of adds more trauma on there. And on top of that, she is a pop star that everybody loves and is expecting to do this big tour and everything. So there's just so much weight and so much trauma that is going on in her character throughout this movie. And she fucking knocked it out of the park. She went full bore in this, and it was, if just watch the movie for Naomi Scott. Her performance alone is enough to just justify this being a good movie. And I still got more good points that I liked. So the little girl at the autograph signing, the one from the trailer that you all have seen, yeah, she is legitimately fucking creepy. And even the dude after that looks like he's just got some kind of disease, he was creepy too. They really did they nailed the creep factor. Something freaking fierce in this movie. Now, there is one thing that a lot of people had a problem with, and honestly, I didn't. And that's there is a scene where Sky is attacked by a group of her dancers. And one of them just starts shoving his arm down her throat, and then boom, she wakes up. She's in a rehab facility. After that attack, until she's on stage towards the end, it was all a hallucination. And a lot of people were mad about that. And I don't get it because, yeah, of course, this entity is going to be playing with her, thinking she has a chance to survive, thinking she's going to find a way out of this, giving her hope. It's building her up just to bring her back down again. So, if anything, it's doing it, I'm guessing, kind of like Freddy Krueger style, just for the fun of it. And people were pissed about the last little bit is just a hallucination. Da, 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 da. Did you actually expect her to survive? Let me just say that. And I know I said I was going to keep the spoilers mild. I fucked up. Okay, all right. We're off the deep end now at this point. Did you really think she was going to survive? Like, people will literally just bitch about anything. And I mean, some of the stuff I bitch about, it's like, come on, Derek, what the fuck? But this, I don't get why. So if you can properly elaborate to me why you were mad about that, please, by all means, drop it down below. Educate me. Let's have a talk about it. And lastly, the thing that I enjoyed the most about this. So the entity needs to see somebody. Or somebody has to witness the death so that way the entity can be passed on. It really raised the bar in a big way. Because what happens when 10,000 people see that? Does this thing just latch to one? Does it stick to all of them? So hopefully we get a Smile 3 to fully explain that more in depth, because that is going to be nuts. Okay, so what is bad about Smile 2? And this is just kind of a minor nitpick. There is a metric fuckload of Voss water in this movie. I'm not joking. There's so much. It's comical how much Voss water is in this. So they must have gave Paramount a lot of money to be like, hey, just plug the fuck out of our water. Just have her just chug it constantly. That's the only thing I can come up with. So, rewatch by review time. Would I watch this again? Yes. Oh, hell yes, I will watch this again. Would I buy this? Yes. And I don't think I actually have the first Smile on Blu-ray either, so I need to pick both of them up. That tells you how good this movie was. It made me want to buy the first one. So, what score am I giving it? I'm giving this a 9. Naomi Scott's performance just was absolutely fucking amazing. And like I said, I don't remember much of the first one, just that I thought it was good. I didn't think it was amazing or mind-blowing. This, I can only imagine, has raised the bar compared to the first one. But at some point, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch the first one. So stay tuned for that, because it's probably going to be coming here soon. But that will do it for Smile 2, guys. Make sure to comment down below. What did you think? Do you think I'm crazy? I don't. I think you're crazy. Make sure to like the video if you had a good time. And also consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. We are growing. Just since Halloween, we are at 100 subscribers. Now we're up to 115. And that's all because of you. So let me just go ahead and say thank you. And those that haven't subscribed, hop on in. Hop on in. The water's good. But all right, guys. Until next time, have a good one.